each person is a study on life. What I mean by that is a lot of people sometimes they focus too much on the people that are successful, and maybe you should look at both sides of the coin, because there's a lot of people that have been successful and a lot of people also that weren't so successful in life. And I think it's really important to study both of them to see what worked and what didn't work. You know, you can look at people's lives, and I do that a lot personally, where I see what they've done in their lives, and I mean, it may or may not be something I agreed with, and I usually tend to do the opposite. You know, if someone's being someone I know is being very materialistic, you know, I keep reminding myself, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be materialistic. If I see someone where, you know, they're judging everyone, and maybe you shouldn't judge everyone. So it's not always looking at people who are great examples, because sometimes you don't have those people around you. You know, human beings are very flawed. I am deeply flawed personally, and I think in those flaws you can learn so much from other people. You learn from flaws, you learn from qualities that people have. So I think sometimes our society is very, you know, they push a lot the narrative that you have to look up to people who are successful. And what does success mean, really? It means financial success? Because I mean, that's just a narrative from society, you know? It's not because someone has made a ton of money that they, you know, they know more about life, or they figure out the way of life. You know, there are so many people that are billionaires, and they're super unhappy in life because they have nothing to aspire to, and they've lived a life in a certain way where they haven't built any community, or they're so oblivious of your everyday life and your everyday the everyday person's struggle. I think society should change that and not focus so much on people who are succeeding and making money from that success. You know, you only see one side of the coin. They might have money, but they might have a whole lot of problems. You know, we've seen it a lot, you know, in politics with Trump. You know, you don't know what's happening anymore. It seems like, you know, the person has money, but then he has a ton of problems, and the way he's dealt with a lot of things seems very shady, and it's like, you know, that's sometimes what society's pushing on people, that, you know, to be a businessman and to be an entrepreneur and to make money, because once you make money, all your problems are gonna go away, and everything's gonna be fixed in your life. Well, I am here to tell you that that's not how it works. So I think community is very important. I think being a good person, and that's a very vague thing for me to say. To be a good person, what does it mean? I think it means that, well, for me, it means reevaluating your life on a day-to-day basis, and just try to think of how you can improve yourself, how you can maybe contribute in a small way to your own world. So it's not a financial thing, you know. being there for someone, being there. Like, there's so much that all the money in the world, can't really fix. Being a good friend, a good husband, a good wife, being a good boyfriend, girlfriend, being a good family member. Because in the end, everyone dies. That's just life. You die. You live your life, you die, and then other people go on earth, and the cycle of life goes on, and you can't take all the money you have with you, and and sometimes when you have a lot of money too, people see you a certain way. And then after a while, it's like, is this person really my friend? Or, is this person really my lover? Or are they around because, I have money on me? So, it's, it can be an empty void for people when they're rich. And we've seen it recently. The whole thing, Ocean Gate imploding and all that stuff. It's billionaires who are kind of bored. They've done everything, and they just, I guess they find new things, and that one was a pretty stupid thing to do. But yeah, because they probably reach a point where there's just no purpose, nothing to move forward, and a lot of them are not very giving people, and you see stuff like that. But yeah, so I think I know I went on a tangent here. I just wanted to say that there so many people in my life, I've seen them live their lives, and I've taken stuff from their lives, and I've looked at other things in their lives, and I just decided what was best for my life. In general, a lot of people, they go and they go and have a job, and some people, they really have to do that, and that's perfectly fine. My passion was music, and that's what I decided to do. And some people, they work for corporations for the rest of their lives, and that's okay if that's what they want to do. That's not what I wanted to do, so I went a different way. Like I was saying earlier, some people are materialistic. They want this and they want that, and they want to, generate profits all the time. And I'm just not that kind of person. I want to live a lot differently. The main things that I have, and I do have a lot, our family, we have our house, and it's not like an extravagant house or anything. And in the basement, there's my full recording studio. So I have basically everything that I need here to make the music that I want. And I have, an amazing computer, so I can record all this stuff and play video games. Also, I really love doing that. So, and I have a lot of books. I have Audible. I use every day. I have my headphones that I use every single day, where I listen to books and listen to this or listen to that, and I don't drive crazy sports cars. I don't have expensive jewelries. I just try to focus on like what is, I guess, luxury, but like not too much. because I feel like human beings they just get so accustomed so fast that once you hit a certain lifestyle, then it's so hard to like go back. I mean, relationships from other people that I've seen, some of it was good, some of it was not good, and I just evaluate what I felt was good, and maybe saw that they did something that was not so good, and think, okay, maybe I should not do that. So that's why, just coming back to the initial point, that you live life, and first of all, you should not, like, in my opinion, you should not look up to people, because at the end of the day, everyone goes to bed, everyone has to go to bathroom, everyone's anxious like you. So we're animals at the end, and a lot of times you start meeting your heroes, and then you realize they're not so different than you. Maybe they think in their unique point of view, and if they're artists, that's how their art comes out, and you realize that they're just people at the end of the day. And I think idolization has become a bad thing in our society. I think the sooner we realize that everyone is very human, the better.